Hey guys, good evening. So it's mid-April and I thought it was time to do another sketchbook tour video, and I have a lot of stuff to share with you. I'm going to go ahead and start with my main sketchbooks, and I'm starting from where I left off with some inks from last month. These inks are going to be for one of the marker compatibility tests, and they were inked with my Kuretake Fudego Kochi Fude pen, and I have more videos about Fude pens if you're interested in that. And for sketchbook, I like to use the Blick Studio Sketch. They're fairly inexpensive, and I like the top spiral bound ones. These have perforated pages, although I don't really use that. But if you're the sort of person who you take pages out of your sketchbook regularly, the perforated pages can be a big help. Honestly, a little bit difficult to flip my top spiral sketchbooks here on my desk. All right, that's February through March, and here's March onward. And they're not in perfect order because I had to remove some, these actually because I used them for a compatibility test. So one of the things I like to do as sort of a fun drawing hobby is I like to reimagine emoticons as facial expressions, and I prefer Japanese kaomoji. It's K-A-O-M-O-J-I, I believe. I prefer drawing those over Western emoji. And here are some pen and ink sketches of my studio, just various things around my studio. Here's a marker test from my Target Art Supply series. More inks for a compatibility test. Some gesture sketches of my cat. This is some concept for an anthology pitch, and unfortunately I wasn't accepted into the anthology. Here's a sketch of my convention setup. And here's some concept for a card I might work on. And I like sketching, especially preliminary sketches, in all sorts of materials. I really like pencil colors. I also like using the Sharpie pen to sketch in. Some more emoticon as drawn emotions. And a yoga warm-up sketch. And some stuff I still need to ink. And some more yoga. More emoticon sketches. This time I blew it up to a full body. It was a dancing emoticon. Some stuff from my April sketch box and art snacks. And that's that from my regular sketchbooks. In my Strathmore Tone Tan sketchbook, I didn't get a whole lot done this month. I did mess around with Pitt Pens a little bit. Some more Pitt Pens. That's Naomi from 7-inch Cara. And these were color pencils. I hadn't used color pencils in over a decade as a primary medium. So I was sort of playing around with them, getting a feel for them again. And this is a combination of Caran d'Ache Pablo, Derwent Color Soft, Spectrum Noir, their color pencils, and I think that's about it for those. Here are some of my smaller sketchbooks that I've been working in recently. I do a lot of marker tests in this Strathmore Mixed Media 300 series book. So there's a lot of alcohol ink stuff in here. These are from the Prima alcohol markers. This was the Sharpie brush markers. And this was my Spectrum Noir G2, the second generation markers. And then I also have some stuff I haven't finished inking yet. And this is Union Square drawing paper. It's a Jerry's brand. This is the illustration of Naomi from my first Skin Tones video, and you can check that out right here. Just click the card and it'll take you there. And here are some inks for some upcoming Skin Tone videos, as well as the sketch that isn't inked yet, but it will be soon. Then I have my Strathmore visual journal, and I like to do marker stuff in here. These were Pitt Pens to see how well they handled on this sort of Bristol. These were not Tombow ABT, I don't think. I think these were Zig Art and Graphic Twin. This is my, I think this was the February? It might have been the March. Art Snacks and Sketchbox. I did a combined challenge with the two boxes. This was a Crayola Twistables challenge. And this is from the tutorial where I show you guys how to make and use an alcohol palette. And this was from the limited edition box for Sketchbox, and this was the marker compatibility test. Speaking of marker compatibility tests, I did several since February. This was water-based medium on vellum, so it was Zig Brushables and Zig Art and Graphic Twin, and in a few months you'll be able to see the sort of tutorial video for this. This was Pitt Pens on Yupo, and if you're looking for a marker to play around with on Yupo, Pitt Pens might be the way to go. I was really satisfied with my results. And that video is coming up in the upcoming months as well. This is Pitt Pen on vellum, and Pitt Pen and vellum get along really well. Again, I was super satisfied with the results. It was a lot of fun to do, and that video is coming up. And this was Winsor & Newton brush markers on their marker paper, and I have a video of this coming up in the upcoming months as well. Also had several smaller pieces. I had a couple of mixed media. They are alcohol marker and washi tape collages, and the tutorial for these is coming up soon. And then I had a couple of marker compatibility tests. This is alcohol marker on glossy photo paper. This is water-based marker on glossy photo paper. These are my Sketchbox and my Art Snacks challenge for April. They're mixed media as well. This was a test of Spectrum Aqua watercolor markers, and you guys can check out that video soon. This is a tutorial that's already up. It was a bonus tutorial on negative painting, as something that my Patreon backers had unlocked. And if you're interested in seeing this, you can check out that video right here. This was to test the global watercolor paper, and I really wasn't happy with it at all. It really desaturated my colors. This is a tutorial that should be coming up soon, I think. It is alcohol markers on Strathmore mixed media paper, and I also used the Spectrum Noir color pencils to add the flowers, the Swedish embroidery on her, actually it's Russian embroidery, I think, on her coat. And this is a little watercolor. The tutorial for this should be coming up soon. And it was a demonstration of how I rendered my chibi commissions from conventions. Lastly, as a comic artist, of course I've been making pages. Maybe not as many as I would like, but I have definitely been busy. And these are the pages from Chapter 6 of 7-Inch Kara, which is my ongoing watercolor comic, and it's also the comic that I am doing my comic craft series about. These are all watercolored, and I use gator board and painter's tape to stretch them, to hold them in place. That's why they're not all buckled. And I have tutorials on my channel on how to do that. I believe you can actually watch a full panel on watercolor from MechaCon 2014, I think, to show you how to do that if you're interested. And you can check out more of 7-Inch Kara by checking out my blog, nettasoup.blogspot.com. You can also check the in progress, the comic craft videos on this channel. And you can check out Volume 1. These are pages from Volume 2. You can check out Volume 1 at nettasoup.com/Kara-comic. And this is sort of my pride and joy and my baby. And I don't really get to share my work on it enough because these pages are so labor intensive. Anyway, that was my sketchbook tour for March and April. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave me some feedback, a comment in the comment section if you enjoy these sketchbook tours or if you'd want more of them or if there are particular things you'd like to see. I'm Becca Hilburn and I hope you guys have a great day. Goodbye.